Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Gizmo. Gizmo is one of my favorite characters in the game, one of the characters I think has a lot of sauce, but at the same time I think he's extremely powerful. Now, Gizmo, his weaknesses are he's very, very light. And what I mean by that is he dies extremely early. So the fact of the matter is you have to try to use your tininess and your speed to avoid as much damage as possible. If you are able to pin this character down though, he should die relatively quick, which kind of makes him a risk in twos also. However, because he's small, that also helps him avoid getting hit as much as well. So it really depends on the skill of the Gizmo player in my opinion. But generally those will be his weaknesses. He lacks range, quote unquote, by the way, only some moves. Some moves like this are pretty damn big, right? But some moves are a bit more small or a bit more strict. So it really just depends on that, right? But without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. So this is Gizmo's forward combo, very basic, right? As you can see, it's just a series of 3 hits. And actually, check this out. You can hold on the last hit to do that. And even if you hold your dodge button, he'll actually roll. Not a lot of characters can do that. I think it's cute, I think it's funny, it's cool, right? That's just a little basic thing, right? Now, the beauty of his jab combos is what you can do out of them. I'm gonna show you guys a few combos and situations in which you can convert a bunch of damage off of those jab combos right now. So first up, peep this. Jab, jab, piano, roll forward, piano. You could pop them up like that, right? So that's just one. That's another. Sometimes guaranteed, sometimes not guaranteed. And the way I'm doing that is I do jab 1, 2, press down on the piano, then I roll forward again with another jab. So I'm literally canceling my roll forward into a jab. You don't even have to do jab 1 into popcorn. You can actually just straight up do this too if you want to elongate it a bit. So boom, 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 piano again, right? You can kind of mix it up. Boom, 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 popcorn, arrow, right? So depending on how they DI out of that last hit, you'll be able to connect that arrow into popcorn to just get, it's a little cool flashy combo that actually gives a good significant amount of damage. You can do jab, oops, sorry about that. You can do jab, I did dash attack again, jab, jab, popcorn at really high percents. That popcorn will kill, but they have to be like at a really high percent. Now, you actually get a kill confirm off of your jab combo as well. You can do jab 1 into arrow, or my favorite, jab 1, 2 into arrow into up air. Now, you don't always have to go for the kill in this regard. You could do jab 1, 2 arrow into like a spike. He was at high percent, so he went higher, right? But look what it looks like if he's lower. So, boom, 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 bang, 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 into up air, right? It's like a little basic combo for you guys off of jab. And if they bounce, you can actually go ahead and stomp on them again. Or if you want to mix it up, you can actually do your down special. Depending on how high up you are, you might actually have to jump and then do it. And that sends them at a horizontal trajectory, so you're not necessarily able to go for another loop in terms of like going for another dare, but you can try to hit them with an umbrella if they don't go far away enough. But those are just little basic things out of his jab that you can do, little basic sequences. I like it a lot because it just gives the character a lot more flavor and a lot more reward when he hits you with a jab. Not to mention just being able to have a consistent kill confirm like that is nuts. Like being able to just 1, 2 buckle my shoe into up air for a kill, or even boom, boom, arrow, umbrella, which is also a kill option. This move is devastating, but we'll get to it, right? So anyway, those are some kills off of his jab. His dash attack, pretty straightforward. Has a lot of range. You just do a large lunge kick and it knocks people away. Will kill at really high percents. It's called piano is super good, not only for breaking armor. So if you're fighting a character that has armor, you can press down on this and it'll actually shatter it. Or if you have an opponent at the ledge and they're trying to recover, if you press this at the right time, it will literally spike them to their death. It is extremely strong. Outside of that, you got, of course, piano, which has no ammo count. Now, depending on how you feel about it, popcorn doesn't necessarily kill as much, right? And even with a charged arrow like this, where it's on fire, it will kill at that percent if we are at the ledge. But if you're hitting a popcorn from center stage, honestly, might be a little bit difficult to get the kill. Not gonna front. Right there, I was able to get it though, but that's at a much higher percent. So make sure your arrow is charged if you're actively looking for a kill with popcorn. And also a little cool tip is that if you have an arrow, you don't even have to charge it, right? But if you throw up popcorn and you do up special into it, you can immediately press the neutral attack button to shoot your arrow into the popcorn. You almost kind of homing in on the popcorn a little bit, like that. Popcorn can be hit, of course, and your opponents can manipulate it as well, so keep that in mind. I know a lot of people see the utility in popcorn as kind of when they don't really understand the character, because like honestly, if you can move it around and if your opponent can see that and they know they just have to walk away from it, that's probably what they're going to do if they're good, right? But there are still moments where you could set up popcorn like at the ledge, and if your opponent is trying to come up, they're in a situation where since you can hold this infinitely, all you got to do is time it just right, just to pop them. Now we're going to get into more so the aerial side of things. So this move is great. His downward aerial is great. It's a series of multiple hits. It doesn't have the ability to really like kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at how far or how fast they go. So you can technically spike someone with this, but usually since it's a multi-hit, it's good because it's hard to just dodge through, but you need to catch them when they're more low toward the ground or toward the blast zone, in my opinion, to mostly kill them with that move. It's a great combo tool and actually leads into his up air, which is one of his main kill moves. So take that as you will. And of course, you can lead it into Umbrella, which is also one of his other main kill moves. This move, in my opinion, you actually can approach with it. It's kind of hard to just jump at someone like that and land it if they're very mobile. So I would typically try to boost jump into my opponent to use this. The way I personally play Gizmo is very aggressive and very setup heavy, but I'm constantly using meter to do the conversions that I do. So when we get into Arrow, I'll be talking all about that and just showing you how good boost jump is on Gizmo. But just for the simple fact of this move, especially because it's multi-hits, I typically end up boost jumping a lot in if I'm far away but want to use that as a setup. And see, Shaggy's at 87. I missed that because I didn't need to jump to actually get it, right? So just pay attention to how high the opponent goes up, and that'll determine whether you can just do an umbrella off rip after it, or if you can actually jump and just do the umbrella, which is side special in the air. You can combo into this off of arrows. You can also combo into forward air off of down air. It's pretty much straightforward. Like it's like a quick move. You can charge it. It will kill actually in some scenarios, not all, just some scenarios. But I feel like your opponent has to be in a really shitty spot for that to actually just straight up kill them. So just keep that in mind. You can use this as an approach option. However, I feel like disjoints are going to do a good job at actually either beating it outright or trading it. And remember, as Gizmo, you don't necessarily want to take trades as much as possible. You want to remain as mobile as possible, and just even moving around while charging this arrow is super strong, because since shields are not in this game, your opponent is forced to do something to avoid it, whether it be roll, jump, try to parry it. But if you're charging it, it shoots extremely fast. Therefore, even if they do those things, if they don't get close enough to you, you can actually hit them or intercept them on the way in. All right. Neutral attack is super duper good. It's a setup. You don't even have to charge it all the way to get the setup properties too. Like, this is just me doing a regular arrow. I didn't even charge it, right? But the longer I charge it, the better it is, the higher they go up, and they're taking fire damage, right? Yeah, fucked up combo. Be ready to DI. Outside of that, we went over forward aerial. We got the down aerial. Let's talk about up aerial. This move is 2 hits. It's pretty big. You move very far while you're using it, right? So look at this. It's not like I do up air and then I land right here, right? Look how far I can actually fly with the move. So if you incorporate a roll jump, aka a boost jump, into it, he goes zooming, right? So keep this in mind. With neutral attack, I'm right here. Watch this. I can't follow up, right? Because I didn't boost jump. But with a boost jump, I'm able to quickly gain enough distance between me and my opponent toward them. Obviously, I'm closing the gap so I can actually follow up with that. The crazy part is that this confirms for a very long time. So no matter how far you hit them, you will be able to catch them and of course score yourself the KO. And you don't even need to boost jump into up air. Like I was saying before, you can literally just use your umbrella as well, which will also get the job done. Depending on how you want to do it or which one you trust in more is probably what you're going to go for more, but it's really fucking good. Like, Gizmo is a very mobile character, and Gizmos are typically always on the move doing something to threaten their opponent or to get a stock or to get damage, right? He's not like a camper where you actually just sit at the ledge, you throw shit, and you never interact. Gizmo can actually scrap with you whether he has the arrow or not, which is why I was saying before, this character is exceptional at boxing you up and converting off of projectiles, right? That's one of the key elements as to why this character is so damn strong on top of his kill power and his mobility. So we covered Dare, and we covered the utilities of Dare. We covered Fair, we covered Up Air. This move, now, this move is strong as shit. Watch this. He goes flying, a little bit more damage, and he's super dead. So all you have to do is just jump, press side special, and he just lunges the umbrella. This also sometimes blocks other projectiles as well. Now, keep in mind, and peep game, keep in mind, you can actually use this when you don't have any resources like this. I have no jumps or air dodges. I can use this to mix up my mobility and try to land against my opponent. So it also has the added utility of helping him recover or helping him mix his opponent in disadvantaged state. So you don't only have to use it to be aggressive, you can also use it to just straight up try to avoid your opponent. And you have a lot of control over this umbrella. As you see, I can go straight forward, I can curve it up, or I can bring it down, and it's pretty fast as soon as it opens. Has a little bit of startup, but pretty fast as soon as it opens. Keep that in mind, right? Perfect. Peep game. So as you can see, you get music notes out of that too. Blocks projectiles, gives you music notes. And also another thing about popcorn, apply music notes to it. Obviously, as you can see, they get close to the opponent. Bing, bing, bop. All right, anyway. Neutral special, actually on the ground, music. Basically, this applies silence if they hit that meter at 5. So you could also, you want to try to apply this as much as possible. You can also stack them into popcorn, shoot popcorn at enemy, applies silence. Basically, it also gives your, it also buffs your opponent, your allies as well. Almost fucked that up. Car! This is a very interesting move, all right? Peep game. So of course you can Tokyo drift and ride dirty and keep hitting your opponent, but that's not really what you want to do, right? You angle this up and jump, the car will actually jump and start to ignite on fire. So basically what you can do is you can ignite it again and chuck it at your opponent, and it has the ability not only to do a shit ton of damage, but to also kill. I actually saw this from Mike Tavish the most when I was playing him, because before I didn't use cars much. I didn't really care for it. But when I saw Mike Tavish using it, I was just like, damn, this shit is strong, yo. It almost feels like sometimes the car is like homing in on you and locking on and blowing you up. So it could be a very annoying thing to deal with, especially because 1, it feels like car is hard to destroy to begin with. And 2, nobody want to deal with this. Let's just keep it a stack, right? Nobody wants to deal with this move. Like, no, it's just the truth. So you just want to up special into it, and that's what's going to start it off and ignite it. You know what I mean? It's called this attack right here. Watch this. This attack is really good, especially if you pop someone up and they air dodge. And if they don't air dodge, you find yourself in situations like that where you can pretty much ladder someone. Again, though, they need to DI. What is DI? Basically, when you get hit, you get to influence the direction in which you are taking, the direction you're going after being hit into knockback. So this is what it looks like if you do nothing, right? Gizmo can do some silly shit. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And so a stage with a shorter ceiling, LeBron would die. And because of the hit stun with all of those things connecting together, it becomes very difficult to survive situations like that. And he doesn't have to start this from 0. Right? You see how he almost died? If I hit him and he was at like 10%, he probably would have died from that entire exchange. So keep in mind, your DI has to be on point versus this character, or you're going to die like that off of that move. But other than that, this move is also good in teams because if you do up special on a teammate instead, and this is what that looks like. It's the opponent, so it still hits them. It's my teammate. So I'm able to actually shoot arrows and actually attack while attached to my teammate, and they get to carry me around. It's very cool. I like the mechanic. Sometimes I accidentally stick to my partner and I don't want to do that. I just actually want to do the up special and hit someone. So keep in mind, depending on how close you are to the opponent or your ally, you might accidentally stick to them or you might accidentally not and hit the opponent, right? Just keep that in mind. But yeah, other than that, up special in the air and on the ground are about the same. Tons of great utility, very good for actually scouting out air dodges. So if someone air dodges to the side, you would jump and try to catch them with that so you can actually start your combo. You don't have to do arrows if you don't want to. That's just something I personally like to do. You can just go straight into an attack. Again, it has a lot of versatility, so even you can hit an umbrella off of it as well. Pretty much, like, you can do whatever you want. Imagination, the move. This is his downward aerial. It's like he does like a little cannonball and knocks you horizontally. Doesn't have a shit ton of knockback, but off stage, depending on their percent and like if they're in a weird angle, like if I hit someone with this around here, they'll get knocked closer to the right, which is closer to the blast zone and down, and they'll have to recover from a very weird angle, and maybe I can either go down and try to spike them low or just hit them away again to burn their resources or make it so that they're not able to recover altogether. But other than that, again guys, Gizmo is a very, very good character in my opinion. I think he's top tier for sure. I have him literally in the top 6 of my tier list, which is a video that I've already made. You guys should go check that out. This character's crazy, man. Like straight up, I think that this character is a damn menace. And I love playing him. But he is definitely on the stronger side, and it's a matchup that you definitely have to practice to get well accustomed to everything that Gizmo can do. But let me know in the comment section below if this guide helped, if it showed you the many things that this character can do, and if you're a Gizmo main, are you enjoying him? What are some things you missed that he could do before? Or are you happy with how he is now and you see the strength in this character? This is NAKAT. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy. Peace out. Deuces.